Is that the intro song that we don't have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna get dinged for copyright, I'm sure. Sesame Street.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Sesame Street.
No, not really. I mean, she may be sorry. I'm not.
I was gonna say something.
Sorry. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
See, I was trying not to say it, and she said,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, that's my Jack Daniels, so whatever." Um,
Whatevers.
what was I gonna say?
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Why did it say Ginger just joined?
I think she
Oh,
just left.
oh no, she muted herself.
She came
Okay,
back.
okay. So good evening.
Hello.
I'm talented. Closing out excess windows, totally closed out this one along with it. You know how you're closing all the excess. One too many excess.
This is Gamer Girls Radio this week in
Woo.
gaming.
Woo.
Talking about all the good stuff and the bad and the ugly that's happening in gaming.
And everything in between.
Everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
Did we
There's
talk
lots
about
of layers. It's like an onion. There's layers.
why is always everybody have to bring up onions? Not that I don't like onions.
I'm just saying.
But I love onions. I do. I love red onions. Nobody else loves red onions?
I like red onions. Everybody loves red onions. What? You think you're the only one? You think you're the only one?
Man, now see I want some red onions. I just need some red onions with some mustard on them on a sandwich. Okay. Mm.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. That sounds very tasty, actually.
Actually, I don't really want it. My belly's pretty full. Teenatrix has got her Easter candy 2 days early, so.
Oh. You know what that means.
Oh, what that
Candy.
means is she's in there gnawing on a chocolate bunny's ear right now.
That means that, when she goes to bed, because she's got to sleep at some point, that means the candy will be unguarded.
I know, right?
You must not know. You do not touch your child's candy when she is the same height as you and she is pretty proficient in karate. You don't do that.
See, I don't have either of those problems right now.
We have a
But
crouching tiger,
someday.
hidden dragon situation in the house. All on the ceiling fighting. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, so we can't do that. That and I got her chocolate. I'm not a fan.
By the time that's true for me, I'll be old enough that it won't be cool to beat up on an old man. So I'll be able to get away with it.
Somebody need to tell her that. She'd be like, "Look, old woman, taking your candy. It's my candy." No, she's sweet. I'm not fond of chocolate. I'll eat it. Like I've had that one piece, and that's pretty much going to do it for me. But I do want to let you all know, those of you who have smaller children, do not fall into the trap in Target or the Walmarts and buy the Dove chocolate bunnies. Now, Dove is a little higher quality American chocolate, and it sounds like a good idea, but you remember when we were little, we got those bunnies that were hollow, right? You could bite the ear off. Dove chocolates are not hollow.
Because they give you 100% of the
No,
chocolate.
they're not. Yeah, they are. They're awful.
Yeah, they're awesome, but they can make a little small child whose teeth are not quite strong enough to bite through a fully solid chocolate bunny very angry. And you can't break them either. When I say a solid chocolate, you can't break them. You have to have a hammer.
They're just like us. You cannot break them.
You cannot break it. So please don't.
You can chew on
Make
them.
kids angry.
You can lick them, but you can't break us.
I had to use a butcher knife actually last year to cut up the bunny. I had to
Okay,
come down on him.
You could. That's a really bad analogy. You could cut us with a butcher knife, but don't.
I cut him with I had to come down, bam, on him like that on the cutting
Oh, did you
board.
decapitate him? Just.
Yeah, I had to, because we couldn't. I'm serious. You can't break him. We tried to bite. You can't bite through it. They are solid chocolate. They're not big, but still, like I said, a little person will be very, very angry. They'll cry. They have their whole crying thing. I was gonna tell Ginger about this because during our Pixinista show, she was showing me the Easter egg hunts with the QR codes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're not doing that, but here in Houston, they did something very similar for blind children.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was that, and it was it also made a noise, like it was beep beep beep. So when they get near the egg, it would beep. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I didn't get to go to it because I was working, but I was very excited to see it on TV. It wasn't far from me. Very nice use of technology. Oh, there's a full moon and it's yellow. No wonder the people are crazy today. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. So speaking of crazy, did we talk about this last week? What happened at GDC again with Microsoft?
Yeah. No, did we? I don't remember. I think I sent you something about it. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Well, you sent me something, and then I got
Oh, I'm
an
sure
angry
everybody did.
post in the from
Right.
the women in the women's group on Facebook. Yeah. Okay, so in case you don't know, last week at GDC, Microsoft decided, why don't we hire some strippers? Well,
Yeah,
well,
I
not
don't know.
well, not strippers, but they had dancers. We have
Right.
this problem every year. Um,
But it was the timing of it was even worse. Like if you could get worse, the timing of it was worse.
yes, they had women. It was during a women's event.
Yes, it was there after they had after they did a women's a conference. I think it was to talk about the
Women in
hurdles that women face getting working in the industry and getting into the industry, and then sexism and all this kind of stuff, and then they go to proceed to have a party with some scantily clad ladies dancing
girls.
What was
around.
I thinking?
You know what they were thinking?
They were thinking,
That we're
yeah,
men and we're planning a party, and that's what we want to see. I'm gonna show you some pictures. I got this from the Verge. I'm gonna show you what the dancers look like.
we
Then I'm
on the
gonna tell
verge of
you.
seeing them.
Yeah, on the Verge. That's the name of the website I pulled this up from. Um,
Yeah.
Now, hold up. Can y'all see that? Yeah, here, wait, here it
Mm-hmm.
comes, here it comes, here it
Mm-hmm.
comes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is, thank you, The Verge, for sharing. So that's one of the girls dancing.
Oh, by the way,
Um,
the article that I saw had her face obscured. We're not trying to shame anybody.
no,
Just
no, I'm not going to shame her at all. Wait a minute, was this in Seattle? Because I think I've been to this club. It looks very familiar.
right.
Maybe. Um, I'm not mad at her at all. What I am, or who I am mad at, I'm not mad at Microsoft either. Who I am mad at is some of you ladies out there. Your response to this. I heard two different types of responses, and I did not like either of them. I heard a lot of millennials go, "Well, I feel like she should just do her. You know, if she wants to dance at a party, do her." And I didn't like the other response was, "I'm so disappointed that they
What?
keep doing
She
this."
was hired to dance. Not so much.
She's hired, and if you don't want the women at the parties, we've had this discussion before. If you don't want the women at these types of parties, you have to make it so that they cannot afford the loss of you not being at the party. They will stop having the women, I promise you, when you realize that you have the control over whether or not they're there. Not direct control of who hired her, but if you say, you know what, from here on out, we women are going to take our business elsewhere. We'll go to Geek Girl Con when we don't have to worry about this stuff. We'll give them our money. Okay, how about we do that? See y'all later. There will be no more of these women at the parties ever again, I promise you. You have not figured it out yet how this works. It is nothing to do with you complaining or saying you do you or, oh, I can't believe it. I'm so disappointed. They do that. They do it every time. This has been going on for 13 years now. Every year, somebody's going to have one of these women at their parties. Somebody, every year. Mark my words, they'll do it again next year. It happened last year. It happened the year before. It happened in 2003. It happened in 2004. Well, it was much worse then. They were at every party. But
Mm-hmm.
come on now, y'all. Ladies, y'all going to have to cut this out. I'm looking at y'all. Men are going to be men. This is what they like. There's nothing wrong with them liking what they like, just like there's nothing wrong with you not liking it, but you're not wanting to do anything about it other than post on Facebook and say how you're disappointed. I could give a fuck about you being disappointed. That's pretty much the same as you saying, I don't like the color of your walls at your house. Who gives a fuck whether or not you like the color of the walls in my house? You're not doing anything about it. So if you're not gonna do anything, as I posted back to the ladies, if you're not gonna do anything, then shut up. That's how I feel about it. Shut the fuck up. Do something or shut up. Okay? I've already made the suggestion. Anybody else got anything to talk about? Because that irritates me before I go on a
Mm,
full-fledged rant.
yeah, yeah. We can talk about some other things. I don't know. I got one for you. I don't know if you're a big fan of this show. So of
What
this
show?
show.
What show? What show?
I'll show you the show. I'm going to show you the show. You're going to see the show. Are you a big fan of, sorry,
Dean, the show?
Sherlock?
No.
Oh, you're not?
No.
How about you, Ginger? Are you a fan of Sherlock on
Yeah,
BBC?
I haven't watched in a while.
Okay. I'm a big fan of the show. And actually, I know a few people who are fans of it. Well, it's getting adapted.
Which one? Which one? Because
The
you got.
newest one with Cumberbatch.
Okay, see, that's probably what has me confused. You also have one on CBS that has Angelina Jolie's first husband and what's her face from Charlie's Angels, Lucy Liu.
Oh no! This is
So and then
the
there's
modernized adaptation that takes place in England and in London, in modern day London,
and then there's
and
Robert Downey Jr.
stars. What's that?
And then there's Robert Downey Jr. I'm just confused.
Yeah. So it's Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, which is
Ginger love her some Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I'm excited for this personally. I don't really tend to read mangas very often, but I don't know. It looks pretty good too. Actually, I don't know if you saw this picture, but if you've seen the show, this looks exactly like them, or not exactly, but it's close enough that it's like I don't know. I'm super excited about it. It's kind of a little off topic. It's not really gaming related, but I really wanted to talk about it because I.
Well, no, we kind of cover some other topics here. It don't have to be. It still falls within the realm of geekery.
Yeah. So they're saying that right now it's of course in Japanese and it's being translated. There's it's brought over stateside, and I was trying to find the date of when this is going to be available, but I don't know. This is from Kotaku. Actually, I saw a link on Kotaku to Gizmodo talking about this, but here it is on June 8th. So on June 8th, you'll be able to get your hands on A Study in Pink #1, which is an episode that they did. I believe they did an episode of Study in Pink, if I'm not mistaken. On the show, I've seen all of them, but I don't remember the titles of each one. But I believe that was also an episode as well. So of the TV series. So there you go.
We got lots of new comics coming, comic movies. Oh, I forgot.
Have you guys tried Have you tried the comic readers? By the way, I've tried a few of them. I didn't like them very much.
No, but you know what? I had the idea for a comic reader years ago before there was an internet, trying to figure out how to do something like that, like drawing a comic book. And it's still a comic book, but the frames are like mildly animated. I thought that would make a lot of money, and apparently I am correct because that's what they do with comic readers.
But the thing is that I don't like them. I mean, I tried they're all set to work for phones, but they don't work well on the PC. Which I know what you're thinking. Why are you reading a comic book when you're sitting on your PC? But sometimes I just want to, I might want to read a comic book on my PC. And I tried a few of them, and they all require you to do that stupid, annoying swipe thing with your mouse, which does not work very well on the computer. I'm sorry, and it's laggy.
Well, it's not supposed to. Yeah, you know how this goes.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe some of you guys out there have tried the comic book readers and like them. I personally just don't. But I will not be reading this on the comic book reader. So I'll tell you that right now.
Sadly. Ginger?
Well, what have I got? Okay, so we had a couple of days ago, actually 2 days ago, we've been talking about this, the Fight for the Future, which is Fight for the Future. It's a digital rights group. They're trying to keep the FBI from forcing Apple to unlock the terrorist site Rizwan Farouk's iPhone. Apple's been like, fuck you, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And, so anyways, they hosted a protest on the 22nd, so that was what? Thursday? Tuesday. Of course, now it's kind of fucked up because now the FBI said, you know what, Apple, never mind, we don't need you. FBI has actually said they can break the iPhone themselves.
Yeah, I heard about that. That makes anybody else out there nervous? I mean, I don't have an iPhone.
I'm very nervous. I've been saying about this.
Dude.
But I'm wondering if we can find out how they did it through freedom of information request.
I bet they're not going to.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know if you can do it, but I would want to question exactly how they can do it now, because
because there's got to be a way. There had to have been a back door they found, which means somebody at Apple fucked up.
Right.
And of course, we're like biting
I can't say
nothing. Can't say nothing.
Nope. I especially can't say something now because now they know where we are.
Yeah, so something is going on. Apple either fucked up, or there is a hole somewhere that the FBI found, which means if that's true, then there is a security risk in general to everyone else.
I put it this way: there's always a hole in the software somewhere. Everywhere. There's no software that is completely unhackable, has no way in, has no screw ups. I think I was telling you this. Even with we go with place we spend a lot of time in Second Life. Even as I switch from viewer to viewer, there's security holes from viewer to viewer. You know, some people will be like, "Well, I blocked you," but if I switch viewers, I might be able to see you. I took all my groups off, yeah, but when I'm on this viewer, I see all your groups. So there's no unhackable, no software is completely secure.
No software is defect free. That is a
Yeah.
principle of software development, and no piece of software is 100% secure. So if you don't want somebody finding out something, don't put it on your phone. Don't put it on your computer. Keep it in your head. Right?
That's the only safe place.
True, right there.
For now, at least as long as you're not
allow
next to me.
folks to take photos of you. Don't be doing stupid shit. Be smart. Which I know is hard for some of you people. Some of you people are just like dropped on your head every stair on the way down.
I gotta give a shout out to somebody who sent us something earlier this week, and they were hoping that we were going to do Pixinista. We took the night off. We were tired. Sorry, but now I gotta do it because it is the cutest thing ever. And I'm sorry I didn't give you ladies any love. We just weren't here. No screaming for my fangirls out there. This is so cute. Is this not the cutest thing ever? This is a PlayStation tiara made especially for somebody's wedding by Pink Hot Jewelry. Hello, ladies. Thank you for sending us a tweet. They sent this over to us. Is that not cute? Are y'all looking at that? Nobody else sees that but me.
No, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it right now. I would not wear it.
Not for you.
A different derivative type work of that.
If you want to wear that, that'd be fantastic. I think that looks awesome.
I'd wear that. I'd be like, fuck you. Me and my pink hair.
I would not. I don't think it would fit my head.
Well, the bride that wore it, her name is Laura. This is her and her husband. Now her husband, lovely. And they.
That is so cute. And you know what? That's beautiful. I like that. It's not too big.
Yeah.
Small, it's delicate, and you actually have to look at it to see what it is.
To see, yeah. So I thought that I thought it was cute, and I'm sorry, like I said, sorry, ladies. Look at their cakes and favors and stuff. Look at their cakes.
That's cool. Now that looks good, and I could eat all of that. I would eat, starting from left to right. I would eat that, and then finally that. Very tasty.
I love it. But I had to give them some love. Pink Hot Jewelry. It's they're calling it bespoke. It's bespoke tiara, so we know this is expensive. Don't even be asking how much it costs. I could do this with my glue gun. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Don't mess up somebody's stuff. But they did a lot more work than the tiara. But anyway, wanted to give those ladies a shout out and some love because they specifically sent it over to us. And I'm sorry, I just saw it like a little while ago. Sometimes we get busy. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to ignore you. All right, moving right along.
Did you guys remember? Now remember, I was trying to talk you guys into ARC a while ago.
Yes, dinosaurs. No.
Yeah.
I have it. I'm just not.
Yeah. Well, let me just tell you right now that there's a couple articles out there. There's more than one talking about all the trouble that's started to brewing with the developers of ARC and the studio. They're talking about that ARC may actually get shelved or may even get canceled eventually because right now it's in a beta.
Yeah, I'm not. It's difficult to play right now. So
there's a hearing going on. So basically, the issue goes down to Studio Wildcard is the developer of it, but there's supposedly they were soliciting staff from Dungeon Defenders creators Trendy Entertainment, and there's going to be a hearing on that.
Ooh. That's juice.
And so they said the outcome of the hearing grants an injunction sought by Trendy development of ARC could be suspended. There's even the possibility the game could eventually be removed from sale. Trendy's former creative director Jeremy Steiglitz is the heart of the complaint. Steiglitz left Trendy in 2014 following a breakdown of relations and then he went to go work on ARC, and then they alleged that he approached Trendy employees in an attempt to poach them for the venture. This went against their conduct agreement. and a non-interference agreement that he had signed. Furthermore, they alleged that he had agreed not to engage in competitive activities for a period of time after leaving the company, which, by the way, that competitive activity stuff, I don't think there's a lot of grounds on that one in particular, because you can't prevent somebody from having employment even in an industry. I'm not a lawyer again, but I've heard a lot of people saying those competitive activities, agreements that you have is baloney. But you can't go poaching people when you sign an agreement not to poach people. That is possibly where it could get into some hot water.
Well, the agreement depends on what the agreement says. If it says that you can't do it during, say, work hours, and you do it, then yes, you can be held accountable.
All right. Now here's the real muddy area. Right now, he doesn't actually work for the company. He is just a consultant for the company that is designing ARC. But they said that he might be joining them in the near future. So there is a little bit of potential leeway where the company that is designing ARC, wild card, could potentially get away with the fact that, okay, he's just a consultant. If you guys have a problem with him, you got a problem with him. They have yet to respond to any kind of press questions, but their lawyers have released a statement. They said Trendy's complaint reads more like a salacious tabloid story than a short, plain statement with the ultimate facts, allegedly showing Trendy's entitlement to relief, as required by the Florida Rules of Civil Procedure. Many of the allegations are disparaging and included simply to be provocative. They are irrelevant, immaterial, impertinent, and scandalous. As such, these allegations should be stricken. So.
Wait, and Ginger. Sorry, I just saw something. You already have your Oculus Rift, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, it's in the same. If you weren't, it was on its way.
Yeah, I already got my Oculus Rift. I got it when it was still in developer mode. So.
Did you? Yeah, you did. You've been having it for a while. But here's my thing. I'm curious about the consumer version, because I know the developer module had a lot lower resolution, but the consumer one's supposed to be higher. But I've heard people saying that it does cut down on the resolution somewhat when you're looking through it. Now, it makes up for it in the immersive experience, right? But it is not. Well, I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, but I am interested to see how much of a resolution hit does it actually take when you're wearing them to like your favorite games. Because I want the full immersive experience with the full resolution,
I think
I didn't notice it, so
I'm gonna need one more generation to pass so they get everything good, so that I can really be wowed. Because I'm not saying I'm not wowed. I haven't tried it yet, but that's not why I'm not wowed. I'm not like anxious. I don't see anything that's making me go, ooh, I want to see this through VR yet. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Something has to catch my attention where I'm like, I have to see what this looks like with the VR on. Hasn't happened yet. And about ARC, ooh, that's dirty.
Well, yeah, it's really interesting. This is a big story of several gaming websites that picked this story up and talked about different aspects of it. I mean, the general gist of it is somebody who has ARC has played it before in the past. I haven't been playing it recently, so it's been too many good games out there to get to, but I do want to play it when it's a finished product. I'm very disappointed because, to be honest with you, ARC is quite an experience, and if you have never played it, it's definitely awesome and worth the time to put into it, especially with friends.
I don't like their server setup. It is too confusing.
Well, that's the thing. So if you're able to get through all of it, you can set up your own. If you're able to get through it, like you said, it's confusing, but if you're able to get through it, and it's really rewarding. It's awesome to have your own server, have it up persistent 24/7, be able to connect to it, and like there's all your stuff. There's where you left it, and
Well, see, I like that idea, and we love our Don't Starve. Don't Starve is like click, 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 bam, we're in. It's it's very simple. That's what I don't like. I mean, I like complicated games, but I don't like getting into the game to be complicated. I need to be able to get in because I only have so much time. When I'm sitting down to game, I need to be able to get in and get out quickly. Not, okay, wait a minute. How do you set this up again?
Right.
Okay, forward / 2 2 3 3 5. Okay, now press enter, and I gotta wait for the screen to load. Now I gotta wait a minute. What's your name? What's your name? Oh, your name. No, the other name you had. No, the other one. Okay, now. Okay, I got your name. Okay, now. Were you playing on the 525AB66KK server? Because no, come on, Ark. I need you to simplify. Woo.
Right. So what we had is we had one server that we had connect private server, and you had it was password protected. When you logged in, you were right where you left it, and it was just a bunch of friends on there. It was really awesome. We even had some modifications to the server. We took taming. Taming was a lot quicker on our server because it was really hard in the original game. In fact, I would say
I
it's too
love
hard.
how you were talking about taming like everybody knows what that word means.
Well, taming dinosaurs. Taming dinosaurs.
You
So
went,
because you could
you went straight
ride
in.
them.
Then just went
The,
straight in.
the thing is, I wanted my Gigantopithecus, and I could not. Taming a Gigantopithecus was not the same as taming a dinosaur. And it was
Ooh,
just a really big pain in the
ooh.
butt. I wanted to ride on top of my Bigfoot shoulders
Wait.
into battle.
I got some exclusive news for y'all.
What you
Yeah.
got?
I got
What
some
you got?
exclusive. I heard this from the horse's mouth. MOUF. From the
Oof.
horse's mouth. He gonna cut me. Hey, you put it on Facebook. It's public domain. Okay. Those of you who were waiting on Drake's Fortune and you were like, it's coming out. I hope it's ready. I'm ready to play it when it comes out. It's done, according to the lead developer up on my Facebooks.
Well, where is it? Where is it?
Well, it's gonna ship. It's gonna ship on time, is what I'm telling you. Don't be worried, because I keep hearing people like, "I want to play it. When is it gonna? I hope it's done. I hope it's not messed up." I heard it's done. It's ready to go.
I missed the one in between.
It's ready to go ahead of time. Isn't that good to hear? The game is ready to go, which means right now they're hopefully going over any bugs if they have any. I doubt that they do. The lead coder is a very brilliant, crazy Scottish person.
Well, as we already said, every piece of software has bugs in it.
It has
no matter
bugs.
what.
So, but I'm glad they're finished ahead of time, so they have time to test for it. So, but I heard their straight from the horse's mouth. It was done.
The mouth.
He posted up and said, "Guess what? We be done, bitches." He didn't say it like that. He said it with a Scottish accent, but he said it was done, bitches.
Oh! Speaking of bugs, by the way, if you're playing the Division out there and you're playing it on PC, do not. I don't care what NVIDIA says. Do not get the latest drivers. Do not, and I'll give you the driver version. This is a PSA. I don't do PSAs very often, but I was playing it. I upgraded the newest drivers, and I was having basically a memory leak issue. And they've recently. There's an article that was just published stating that there's some talk in the forums about it, and there might be a fix coming for it, but the developers have not quite acknowledged it yet. But the only way to fix it is by restarting the game, because the game just starts slowing down after a while. And so I think it's 36200 is the version of the driver you want to have installed if you're having NVIDIA. I don't know if this problem happens with AMD, but it happens not AMD. Sorry, if it happens with AMD, it happens with the But if it happens, if you have an NVIDIA card, don't get the latest drivers. And NVIDIA says it's fine, but it's not fine.
Well, see, that's the thing. NVIDIA also, I think they forced me an update.
You never
No.
get the update on the first day.
No.
Not even the second day. You wait until like day 5.
No, they don't force you. They do not force you.
No, they have forced me because I have it turned on. If I don't respond in a certain amount of time, it installs them anyway.
Well, I don't. So if you have the NVIDIA GeForce Experience panel, you can set it not to do that.
Yes, you can. Hello, Miss iZombie Kittens.
PSA 36200 is the one you want. 364 whatever 0.15. Don't get that one. It's bad.
I am loving the Twitter love out there. Hello. Hello out there in the Twitter lands. Hello, Demetria. Hello. That's love. I like love. Okay.
What's love got
Who turned it? Who turned me?
I know I'm a little out of it at the moment. Have y'all talked about the Wii U?
No, I was going to, but you feel free to jump in there with it.
You do it.
I'm hurt.
Do it.
If you've got a Wii U, you've now got a collector's item.
What?
It's stopping production. Yeah, Nintendo's like, bye Wii U.
I told you that was coming. I was right.
We all knew that was coming.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, you were like, Nintendo's going to rule them all. And I'm like, not for long.
And a report from Nickel, it had Engadget got it all nice and translated from what I understand. It's not an official announcement, but it says that the Wii U, which has not seen very good sales recently, 12.6 million sold in 3 years compared to PS4's 36 million. But of course, we already know that Nintendo is releasing a new game plan.
That's why they're getting rid of this one.
Game platform. Sorry. So yeah, so something is going on. I guess it's probably just new. You guys didn't buy the Wii U. The Wii U really wasn't all that impressive. I didn't see any games for it that I really wanted. I mean, besides the Zombie U, which looked kind of cool, but you know what? You can get that on your phones now. So, Nintendo, I love you. Get with the program. We have been big supporters for a while here, telling everybody Nintendo. All right.
Well, no. What I told y'all was that
I haven't been the biggest supporter.
What they do, the same thing they do with all their consoles, the same thing that Windows does. Every other one is the one that blows you away. And you can argue with me all you want, Blaster. I said the same thing. GameCube was not the one that they wanted you to have. It didn't sell very well. They didn't care because they knew the Wii was coming. They gave you the Wii U. Go ahead and play with that while we work on the real shit over here.
Well, so far, well, wait a minute, though. The NES was good.
But not as good with the Super NES.
Super NES was, well, yeah, I mean, but see, they missed 2 generations there, because then you had the GameCube, which was
but see, you forgot, in between there, that's when they started doing their handheld. So you had a Game Boy, and then you had a Game Boy Color. So
now you get me all confused.
Gotta keep up.
I'm just saying. Let's put it this way. So you're saying the next one's going to blow you away.
If they keep their same track record, yes, we're about to see something amazing.
I'm saying that it's got to be something completely different to be able to be amazing. Because right now, let me look at Xbox. Xbox had another year with Xbox One where they're like, we're just going to do the same thing we did last time, but just a little bit bigger, a little bit better, and nobody's buying it as much as, I mean, that's a problem. In fact, it's so bad that Microsoft's starting to talk about, how PC gaming, how they're going to start integrating PC gaming with Xbox. And the whole PC gaming's dead. Long live PC gaming.
You are actually proving my point. You keep saying that's something completely different.
I'm just saying. No, I'm trying to. I'm not trying to make a different. I'm not trying to make an opposing point. I'm not trying to make an opposing point.
You already know.
I'm agreeing with you. No, I'm not trying to make an opposing point. I'm agreeing.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what I'm mad at Xbox for. So we have backwards compatibility, finally. Mm-hmm. But it's a list of games. I didn't even check to see if my game was on there because I'm still mad. From way back 2005.
Right.
I want my game back. I think the people right now that are coming out ahead, PlayStation is doing very well. I cannot wait for their PlayStation TV to come out because Comcast, I will be dropping your ass like a bad habit. I kid you not. I was waiting for somebody to step up. PlayStation's going to step up for me. Did I lose y'all?
No, you didn't lose.
I heard a bunch of click. I heard a bunch of click, click, and then it got real quiet.
No, that's no. So, question.
So you know about PlayStation TV, right?
No. Are you gonna need a? Wait. Are you gonna need a? Yeah. Let me ask you that.
Yeah. Here's all that I actually. Everybody's like, wait a minute. You know something? PlayStation.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so they have something similar already.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's going to work with your cable box, if it works through your PlayStation itself, but they're saying later this year they're going to release something, PlayStation TV, that is supposed to be comes with 100 stations. And I'm hearing rumors that it'll be an HBO thrown in there, so I know if it's an HBO, I'm going to get some of my other stuff. So I am very, very excited because if that's the case, Comcast, I'm out. Fuck you, I'm out. I'm so out. Well, I'll be partially out anyway. I'll be able to escape their cable part. I have to keep the internet until Google, can you come this way? Please. Please come this way. And I'm trying to segue into something about Google. So those of us who use the Google apps on our desktops, say bye-bye to them.
Google apps on your desktop? Ooh, you tell me about this.
So
I use Google Apps. So
a lot of us do. People are pissed off. They're saying that nobody does. So they said the Google.
I would use them more if you guys would build me a fucking widget or something.
Bro, when they got rid of
on my goddamn browser.
Wait. Remember Google Desktop? Does anybody remember Google Desktop?
I do, and I used it.
I used the crap out of Google Desktop. I mean, you wanted to find something, and they discontinued it, and
Yeah.
that wasn't because I wasn't using it or because everybody in my office wasn't using it. It's because they just wanted to discontinue it. I don't know what the reasoning was, but it wasn't for lack of use. So forgive me if with Ginger, if I feel the same way that Ginger does, where I don't believe.
Yeah, I get it. Windows 10 has that little. If you pop it up, you
It's
can
not as
see
good.
all
It's
the
terrible.
shit. I don't like it. No, I want something that actually sits on my desktop.
No, but it's more than that. It's more than that, Ginger. Have you looked for an executable?
Calendar and have it right there on your desktop. You can't do that anymore because Windows got rid of widgets.
I can't find any of it. I can't find anything with that thing.
Some sort of security risk, so they got rid of the widgets. Fix your security risk. It's been years. I want my widgets back. I liked my widgets. I liked having my weather, my email,
I didn't, but I like some of the widgets. I wanted to be able to customize.
I have them. You have the Windows 10 has them.
Yeah, but they are not as.
Well, have you seen I mean what Windows 10's got in fact, it's interesting. Here, I'll show you.
Well, let me tell y'all this story before you get all off into that. I'm going to tell you what's actually going away. Okay, so they're retiring the Chrome app launcher. This is what makes them easy to use outside of the browser. Now, they said that they found that users on Windows, Mac, and Linux prefer to launch their apps from within Chrome. Mm-hmm. And they said with Chrome's continued emphasis on streamlining browser features, the launcher will be removed from those platforms. It'll remain on their Chrome operating system, so if you have a Chromebook, you're fine. They said the process is going to take place over the next several months, and in a few weeks, Chrome will no longer enable the launcher when you first install a Chrome app. So anyone who currently has that launcher will receive a notice that it'll be going away. In July, any existing instances of the launcher will be removed. You can still access them by clicking the app shortcut in your bookmarks bar. I think this is a bad move because.
It's a bad move. You guys are assholes. Give me back my widgets.
Yeah, a lot of people. You know what? A lot of people. When I was reading some of the comments when this, if you go to their blog, is where it is. People were saying, okay, look, I use both, and sometimes because their version of Docs is so versatile. It works with Windows. It works with everything. Some people were using that instead. Some people were starting to migrate over to keeping that on their desktop. It's much lighter. It runs smoother. My Chrome is there. I can search for my Google stuff. And a lot of people were saying the biggest problem is it was hard to find. Some people didn't know that they could do this because some people use the browser because they don't know they can pull it out of the browser and work with it on their desktop. They just don't know. Mm-hmm. I found out by accident. I thought I had found something new and cool. Oh, I think I hacked Google Chrome. My stuff is working outside of the browser. No, it was a function. But nobody knew it was there. So pulling it out, probably not the best idea. It's going to make a lot of people mad. I miss my Chrome. I miss my desktop, too. I was in love with that. In love. What you going to tell me next now? I can't play your Android apps via your browser anymore because that's how I still play with them. I am an App Store fool on Android and the Apple Store. I just be downloading, just sitting there, just downloading stuff. I'm gonna play this game here in the browser. This looks good. This is nice. This is not a smart idea. This is it's not a smart idea. I'm sorry. I'm very angry.
Well,
I want that because I do. I want my calendar on my desktop. Right now I've got to go into my phone. But I get so many updates from stupid Gmail, which I've turned off their updates. I don't know how many times. And I finally just silenced everything on my phone that does the little ping when you get a message. I had to silence everything because Gmail would not fucking stop. How many times I told it, do not make the sound. Don't do it.
Well, yeah, when you upgrade to Windows 10, then you'll get that back a little bit. Here, let me just share mine real quick. So you've got. I don't know if you can see this, but see, here's my widgets right here.
I have that, but I don't want that right there. I want it because I've got three screens. I've got three.
Well, those are not really widgets. Those are glances.
Right. But it's got your calendar. I mean, there's your calendar right there.
Yeah, but she wants hers to be able to drag them around, right? The old way, put it where you want. Yeah, that's what I like. I put mine in a certain place because not now, but most of the time my desktop.
I find it really interesting, by the way, is the news stuff. I find that really, really interesting that you get news here. And my Facebook, I don't like the fact that they integrated Facebook because they get Facebook notifications that pop up right in the right-hand screen like all the time, and I don't like the fact that they did that.
No, that's a setting that you turned on in Facebook.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a setting you turn on in Facebook, not your Windows.
yeah. There's my division pictures. Just saying.
You know what? That's when I know somebody is truly geeky, and I used to think I was the only one that
Yeah.
did that. I actually have a folder where I take pictures of games, and I'd be like, okay, so this is when we were playing over here, walking down the street,
Mm-hmm.
and this is when I had this costume on, and this is when I first got my hat.
Yeah.
And you know who finds that interesting? My very geeky child. Wait a minute, what is that picture? What is that picture? What were you doing there? Yeah,
so-
true geekery.
Yeah, but speaking though of all the integration, real quick, I was going to tell you. Do you guys know that the Universal Windows platform, right? That's coming, right? It's an attempt for Microsoft. So again,
Oh, the
PC gaming is dead.
cross-platform
Yep.
blaming.
Yep,
Gaming.
PC gaming is dead.
Gaming.
Long live PC, right? So there's an article from the Market for Computer and Video Games, or MCV. I've actually never heard of these guys. I think they're in the UK because it's mcvuk.com. But basically, it was an article about how PC can save the Xbox. It's saying that Xbox One is not selling, as we talked earlier, as well as it could.
Big surprise there.
Right, big surprise. So Microsoft has said, well, we're going to provide the Universal Windows platform. So when you make a game on our Universal Windows platform, it will work for Xbox One and it will work for Windows 10. Now, that all sounds great, and okay, that means more games for Windows, that'll be available. But that's the problem, is that it is games for Windows, and you have to sell it through their store for it to be part of the Universal Windows platform. And Microsoft has a history, right, from the get-go of making you pay for things that should be free. Finding a way to the original Xbox Live service, was awful. Like games like original Gears of War, you played multiplayer. It was your host was the one person was hosting it, and he had the best ping, didn't have any issues, and everyone else, depending on his connection to the internet, would have latency issues, and there was all kinds. So multiplayer was trash, and they made you pay for it. Where at the same time, Sony had Sony's network for free, and then Sony realized after a few years that people are dumb enough to pay for Microsoft's. Right? So then they started charging for it now.
Well, it's
Now
not
everybody's
that.
going, "Thank you,
It's not
Microsoft."
just that, because I played on PlayStation's free network. In all honesty, it did not compare to Xbox Live. Remember, we were talking way back when each console had something they did very well. Nintendo does kids well. Microsoft did community well. PlayStation was the graphics machine. So that's why nobody was playing over there. It had nothing to do with, they were stupid enough not to pay. When you went over to try to play a game with your friends, it was so hard for you to get together and play a game on PlayStation with your friends as opposed to on Microsoft. It was click, 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 click.
I really have that issue. Me and my brothers play.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's because you're not used to using it. It's just different. It's like learning a different route to work.
Right.
But
I found it difficult to, not difficult, super difficult, but it was difficult to figure out. And Microsoft just did it first, so I had more people over on that side. So I stayed over on the Microsoft side.
Yeah, because there was a game that came out. I forget the name of it back when it was PlayStation launched their network, but did not have latency issues. It worked really well. It was hosted by a central server as opposed to being client-based, and that you could make the argument that was the game developer's choice to make that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you were paying for Microsoft's Xbox service. Now, yes, maybe it was easier for you to connect to your friends through the service, but as far as it being up, it was down a lot. I mean, all the issues they were having, and the red rings, and all the stuff that was going on at the time. Red rings are not necessarily
within 24 hours to buy my Xbox, my first
right.
Xbox.
And they're not necessarily related to each other, but if you look at Microsoft as a whole, I mean, the company was pretty crappy what they put gamers through, right? And several people got multiple red rings in a row, and then eventually their answer to it was, well, we're not supporting that anymore. Eventually they just stopped doing the replacement program altogether.
Well, remember that wasn't immediately.
The fix was to buy the newer Xbox One, the Xbox. Sorry,
well, no. Be specific. It didn't just stop supporting it a year. It was about 6 to 7 years in. So anybody would tell you, I'm not going to replace your Xbox after 6 or 7 years. Anybody would tell you that. Your cell phone.
But if you had multiple problems, shouldn't they?
No, because some people were taking advantage. Like I'm on my third Xbox. They replaced 3 of them, but that was within the first 3 years. Now 6 years later, you come back at 6 years saying my Xbox is red ring. How long you had the Xbox? 6 years. Okay, no. Who knows what you did to that Xbox in 6 years time? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense for me to replace.
Well, some people were complaining that when they got the Xbox back, they were still broken. They had to send them back again.
Well, that's different. Well, that's different. You know, if it kept being broken, yes. But I'm saying you can't come in there. I've had my Xbox for 6 years saying, okay, it's red ring. It may have. You may have. What did they tell you? Don't, once you put it down, don't start picking it up and, okay, now I'm going to put it on its side. Okay, now I'm going to lay it flat. Remember they were saying that. So some people were doing it just to get another one.
But I mean, like, going back, I mean, my original point wasn't really about that. It was more about just Microsoft in general has always led the way and making things, you know, not trying to get as much money as they can out of the gamers, right, and not really trying to give a good, you know, return on investment, return on value for that. And people are concerned about this UWP platform, and you know, there's a lot of petitions going on right now about Microsoft needs to keep this open so that, you know, as services like Steam, right, can integrate with it and things like that, instead of having a completely closed system that, you know, well, you know, it's not a UWP game, and so, you know, it's not available anywhere else.
I don't think that's their problem. I don't think that's why the Xbox is not selling. It's just what I just said, that you have to stay in your lane. If that's the first lane, is they stop doing a lot of the community stuff. If you remember, they used to have a community mentor program. That's gone. They had a community mentor program for women. Gone. They used to do all kind of community events. If you held a gaming night, they would give you stuff. Here, give this to your people from your website, or give this to your people from your podcast. They stopped doing anything that says community. They used to go. They used to come around to each city. They were here a couple of times. We had a Microsoft mansion here in Houston. I don't know if it's still here. And that mansion was in a couple of other major cities. They don't do that anymore. I think that is what's killing their sales. Is people they broke up their community. It's gone.
I'm not talking about what happened at Xbox. I'm just saying people are concerned about the new UWP. So I don't pretend to know what the problem is with Xbox
I'm telling
One.
I'm telling you that's the root, because they're saying they're not doing good sales. Well, let's try this, but I don't think that's going to help.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's not going to fix Xbox One's problems. You're right. You're 100% right about that.
You done fucked up the people that buy it.
Buy an Xbox One if their games were cross-platform.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Well, and that's the other thing. They don't have good games anymore.
Me to only play yours.
Well, some of that, I firmly believe. I say again, I'd love Mythbusters.
That whole charging to play with your friends. Fuck you. Fuck you in the ass. Because right now, I have PlayStation 4. I do not have the PlayStation Plus. There are several games I can play online, multiplayer with folks.
Uh-oh.
And she's gone.
She's angry. Microsoft got her. Microsoft got her. There she
goes. There she goes. Hello, Ginger. Hello, Ginger.
Yeah. And I
got you away.
The wind around here is being atrocious, and
yes, I know.
It's being kind of crazy.
And I got a PC, and guess what? I can play with my friends without having, unless it's like World of Warcraft or something. I can play it with my friends. I don't have to pay anything, except I mean,
subscription game.
Right.
Well, here's what I don't like. Okay. Now we all play us a game or two together. I have a couple other friends I play a game or two together. Part of, again, I must say, what made it fun was sometimes I did run across other people to play with. And I think Xbox is going in a good direction when they were allowing you to rate, if somebody was an ass, 1 or 2 people might label you an ass, but if 15 did and somebody saw it, you probably are an ass, I don't want you to play with me, type of thing. Right. We don't have that anymore, so it's hard for you to make new gamer buddies. There's just no community anywhere anymore. I wish somebody would step up again, because that was a big thing. That's what put Xbox on the map. It wasn't just the Xbox itself. It's that they decided to put a community together. And then where, like I said, we had their strength was your kids can play. You don't have to worry about them picking up something where somebody's shooting somebody in the head or calling them a bitch or whatever. They were playing the Mario Kart, the baseball, and your PlayStation was for the big, you a grown up. I'm a grown-ass motherfucking woman. Finna go over here and shoot some people. I didn't mind my games. That I kind of like it segregated, because I know at the time Teenage Chicks was little. So I know when she go to bed, now she can play GTA on the PlayStation 4, but when she's awake, she knows how to turn on the Wii. And if I wanted to be with everybody, I'm playing on Xbox. So I kind of liked all that bit of segregation a little bit. Helped me keep things in order. Now I was confused. She's in there playing Minecraft. She's trying to hog the TV and play Minecraft on the Xbox and the computer at the same time. And this is my DS that looks like mine, and what you doing? That's my iPad. What you doing? Yeah, we got
Right.
problems. We got problems. We got problems. We got problems in the house. I need you to separate this out before somebody get hurt. She's taller. She's the same height as me now. We got problems. Y'all hear me?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, hopefully, like I said, I feel like, Nintendo has an opportunity with the Wii U. They tried to branch out a little bit and tried to do, they had like Aliens versus Predator on there, right? Or not, it was first, they had Alien or whatever it was, the one was survival one. Remember that? They were touting that big and all that kind of stuff. And they have all these more, games like PlayStation and Xbox. They didn't look as good, and they had that gimmicky, screen in the controller, and they're trying to like, add different things to those games, and hoping people would buy that version of it versus the Xbox or the PlayStation version that looked better, right? And gamers
Well,
didn't want that.
I did like the idea of being able to hand, to Matrix. Here's the controller. Continue your game on there because I want to play something over here.
Right.
Was a great idea, but also not. I don't know how they implemented it. I only got to play with the Wii U once, like for a couple of seconds.
Yeah. So it was enough you didn't even want to buy it. Like it was like, nah.
Well, no, it wasn't that I didn't want to buy it. It was that I told you I'm kind of not only am I a seasonal gamer, I kind of move around. So right now I'm very much on my PC games and very much on my indie developers, and very much on some just off the path games. I'm not dealing with too many franchises because it gets repetitive. That's why I gripe about Call of Duty so much. I'm sick of it.
Right.
I'm sick of that. I'm sick of y'all gonna hear me say I'm sick of Ghost Recon. That's my game. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Vegas. Just Halo. All of it can just go away for a while. Give me a break.
Right.
So yeah, I've been playing Sheltered, and I'm gonna play it tomorrow. I love the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
I need somebody to help me, by the way. My people keep getting food poisoning, and it's a whole throwing up thing that I don't really like. And it don't have to be so realistic there, developers, really, because I just gag every time I hear, oh, I'm going to need y'all not to make it so realistic. Oh. Anyway.
So Corey needs some help. Help.
I'm serious. Somebody help. Anybody that's playing Sheltered on Steam.
Help.
Blaster won't play with me, and Ginger won't play with me, so I don't have no. You know what? I don't need Ginger to get involved. I don't want Ginger to get involved.
I got too many games.
You don't want Ginger to start playing Sheltered.
Did you guys see this? Real quick, did you guys see this? Did we talk about this? I don't remember. Real quick, let me see if I can shares my screen. Did we talk about this technology for the new game Hellblade that's coming out?
Mm-hmm.
No. Ooh.
Look at this. This is real time facial expression capturing. Look at the character behind her, and look at what she's doing.
Okay.
I'd like to point out that the new SL 2.0 is supposed to be doing this.
This is Unreal Engine, by the way. This is Unreal Engine, and it's amazing. There's even a whole video. I thought this was pretty awesome.
Okay. Here's what I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
But man, I need to see what the game's about.
No, I don't even mean about games. What about movies? Just imagine what this could do for movies. Like,
that means this actor's gonna get paid a whole lot less than they used to pay.
Look at this. Look at this. You just take a long time to animate these things, but look, it's like happening like in real time. It's amazing. And this is the best part, I thought, is towards the end of the video. Let's see right here. Check this out. You know what's going on right there? She's checking her phone.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty cool.
By the way, budding developers, Unreal Engine is free. Looking at you, Ginger. Grab you a copy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it already somewhere.
Get it and play with it. It is time for some Steam sales.
Mm-hmm.
Before I have to cut some people, because, y'all think I'm joking when I tell y'all people be sending me angry emails. Actually, I don't get emails. I'm going to get like a message on Facebook. Last night, I didn't catch the show live, but I noticed there was no Steam sales at the end when I got to the end of the show. Just wondering what you recommend. I've had people pop up on Steam. What you recommend? What you playing? What you playing? Is that on sale?
What you got?
What you got? Not that you can't click on it on your own damn self, but okay, maybe you want to hear me tell you about it. That's fine. So I will tell you. There is a Ubisoft weekend going on Steam.
Really?
Yes.
But you mean you have to use Uplay, right?
On some of them. I will tell you that on one of the Assassin's Creed, totally worth it. But I can't speak for the rest of them. Rainbow Six Siege is on sale. It just came out, I guess. Yeah, well, in December. It's on sale for $40. These are not really sales. Syndicate. Okay, I'm going to tell you how y'all do this. Okay, let me tell y'all how y'all need to do this. See this Assassin's Creed Syndicate? I'm going to give y'all the best shopping tip ever. See how it's $29.99? It's half off. So what you're going to do is tra-la-la your little self over to Green Man Gaming if you've never been there before. They have a 20% off code in the corner.
I like how she says that. You're just going to tra-la-la yourself over to Green Man Gaming.
Yes. You're going to take that 20% code and you're going to apply it to this $29.99 that's also at Green Man Gaming, and they're going to give you a Steam key. Bam! So it's going to be 20% off of this price here that's already 50% off.
So you can watch you some sexy assassins.
Sexy Assassins Creed Syndicate. Or you can buy your season pass. Look, or if you're really broke, just buy your season pass. Keep it moving. All right, so Assassin's Creed Unity, if you didn't play it, all of these. Why don't they have the girl? Oh, what? Oh, it's on. Look, I've been waiting on this to go on sale. That's what popped up this morning. I couldn't figure out what it was. Oh, buying it tonight.
Chronicles China.
Yes.
Right?
That's a girl. That's a girl.
I thought so.
There's another one with the girl that is set. The one that was on PS Vita. Remember we were complaining about that, Ginger? They did release it for PC. The storyline is excellent. I don't have time to play, but I will give this away to you. Imagine being a black woman or a biracial black woman set in the 1700s, and you are the daughter of someone very important. He is a white man, so you have to play both the role of I am a diplomat's or whatever aristocrat's daughter, but I'm also this slave type, liberation type, assassin type person. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. It's sexy, and in a lot of stuff you have to be careful about what you do. Keep in mind the time period that you're in. So as a black woman, you got to kind of keep it low key because it could go really, really bad. They ain't going to just chase you. Okay, anyway. And you're a woman. Just keep that in mind. Very good storyline. Very interesting gameplay too. Okay, so Far Cry 4, which I got to promote. Love this game. Lots of crafting, crazy stuff going on, riding elephants, which I enjoyed immensely. I got to tell you, I love destroying people with an elephant. I never thought riding an elephant would be that much fun. It's hilarious.
But does it have dinosaurs? I want to know.
It might have something akin to a dinosaur. Watch Dogs. Ubisoft, most horrible game ever. Don't even, I'm telling you, don't bother buying it. I don't care if it's on sale. Don't do it. Just don't. Poor excuse for a GTA. Poor excuse. South Park, not a fan of South Park. Maybe you like it. Pick it up. Heroes of Might. Look at all this business. Gosh. This is all Ubisoft. All this is Ubisoft.
Big deals, big deals.
Zombie. The Crew. I heard The Crew was, It's an MMO, but it's a driving MMO. Anybody out there playing The Crew?
No.
They do look nice. But it's $14.99. Then you got the complete collection of The Crew in case one just was not good enough for you.
I mean, I guess if you're one of those people who had the whole setup to drive the car, with the steering wheel and all, you might be into that. Then I don't have that.
I didn't like it because it didn't feel like a real car. See, I got a real 6-speed downstairs. And when I play in the arcade, I'm like, this clutch is too loose. What is this? It's like, it's supposed to be loose. No, it's not loose like that in a real car. I'm supposed to be able to feel it when I push it. I need to feel it. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Hey-o!
Now you know why I have so many speeding
Hey-o!
Now you know why I got so many speeding tickets. I should never have bought a 6-speed car. I'm just going to tell y'all. I am one of those people that is dodging in and out of the traffic that you hate. Don't pull up next to me and make eye contact. It's a race automatically. It's a race automatically. You might just be saying hi or hey, your wig is crooked, Corey, and I'm like, race! Yeah. All right, so I'm sorry. You got.
You know, in the state I live in today, they were just talking about that they were going to go with absolute speed enforcement this week. So yeah.
So when I come visit
you cannot come visit me because you'll be in trouble.
Oh yeah, I'll be in trouble within minutes. I did get in trouble last Saturday. I got away with it.
What's the Homeworld game?
You don't want it?
Which one? Dust? No. Oh, Desert's Croc. That looks actually good. I want to
Lost
play that
Wing, is
one.
this what you were playing with? This what you're? Am I
I
scrolling
want.
down?
Lost Lands. Hey, I played that game before on the Wii a long time ago. It was alright.
Which game?
Wait. Go back. What was that? Go back. What was the 3D?
It's make it out of photos. I read it really quickly. So you take photos of something and it makes a 3D object out of it.
Yeah, 3D reconstructions from photos. But for the price, really, Ginger, you could
How much
probably
was
do
it?
it. You could probably do it yourself. It's $199. You can
That's a
do
lot
that
of
on
money.
your own.
That's a lot of
I'm
move
always
on.
looking for a sculpting program that,
You could do that in Blender.
Time.
There's free ones on the app stores, both of them.
Blender got a nice update, by the way, folks. If
Oh,
you
did
have
it?
not used the new sculpting tools,
Yes, 277. But I have a trick from the old one I must share with Ginger. I learned something new today. Took this girl 2 hours. Oh, by the way, thank you, Aki, for that 2-hour lesson. I appreciate it. Project Aura, Steam Link, all this here good business. Oh, they also
What's Steam Link?
that's their little console business that they have now.
Has anybody bought? I mean, there was a lot of talk about it. Has anybody actually bought that?
I don't know.
It's $50. I'm gonna buy it just to see what's in it.
$50 is how much? Okay, those of you who never. Hello, Ginger. Look at that.
Right?
Ginger, look at that. It's on sale. Get it. I want you to play so you can see the real
Do you
deal.
have it on the PC or do you have it on the PS4?
I have it on neither of those, but
You have it on the Xbox.
but if we were all going to play together, I would be inclined. Because that would be fun. I need somebody to do bank robberies with, and I ain't got nobody to do.
You have a PS4 now, right?
Yes, I do. I've been having a PS4 for a year.
And Blaster's over there still Xbox, right?
No, I am PC
He
only.
is-
PC Master Race.
There is no Master Race anymore. It's all over. All right, Fallout 4 is on sale. Obviously.
Xbox One. Fuck you, Microsoft.
By the way, let me just go ahead and make Ginger squeal before we have to get off. It's also a Lego weekend, 75% off your Lego titles.
Lego games!
These games are the best. Oh my god.
The first one we ever played, me and my husband got it for the PC, and at the time you could only use one keyboard. We had to share a keyboard to play two at a time.
Yes, and you can do it.
We laughed so fucking hard. Our neighbors could hear us over at their place. We had so much fun.
These are probably the most fun games. I mean, when they say children of all ages, you will enjoy yourself. As you see, I have several of them in my library.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I can't.
people, these games, some of the harder ones, they're not easy.
No, they're not easy. They are not easy to figure out now. They're puzzles.
You have to play all the way through 2 or 3 times to unlock all the characters to be able to play the full entire story.
Yep. And these Harry Potter ones are no joke.
Mm-hmm.
All I got to say is Avada Kedavra. Okay, anyway. I'm still playing through 1 through 4. I haven't made my way to 5 through 7. And also the geekery. Oh my god, I keep screaming every 5 minutes. Oh my god! It's Professor McGonagall. Oh my god. Yeah, I get really excited. Anyway, we are out. Before we go, I do want to give condolences to the family of Gary Shandling, who just passed away today. Comedian from way back.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's way before your time. And for my hip hop heads out there, we lost Phife Dawg from A Tribe Called Quest. That hurt me really bad. So condolences to those families. Play your Tribe Called Quest this weekend. Watch the old Gary Shandling. If some of you ask your great grandparents, because that will be my grandmother. Nana, who's Gary Shandling? Yeah, go check him out. Have a fabulous Easter. Don't eat too much candy. Make sure your eggs are not
If you do have candy, don't go to sleep because someone might steal it.
And make sure your eggs are not rotten before you boil them. I'm just saying.
Check your bunnies because they may not be hollow. They may be solid.
Wait a minute. Candy bunnies, be very specific. Because some people I want one of those little baby bunnies. All right, y'all, we see y'all later. I want